2024 was my first year when I started taking game development seriously as a hobby, committing to weekly tutorials and releasing my first commercial Steam game. For this video I was inspired by a video by Mrs. and I thought it could be fun to document the journey and it could be inspirational in the future. At the start of 2024 I had around 900 subscribers and had completed 2 game jams. So I had done a little bit before this, but it was my first year of taking it seriously, committing to weekly videos and the Steam game. And I continued making the weekly videos, and I'm happy I did because the teacher learns more than the student. And it also led me to make a Ko-Fi account. Ko-Fi is similar to Patreon, where you can become a member and donate, but you can also have a shop where you can sell stuff and you can also do commissions, which I thought was a fun idea. So I tried that, and later in the year, in September, I got my first €2 tip on Ko-Fi, followed by another one in November, and that led to my first member as well, who has been a member ever since, so grateful for that. And over the course of 2024, I earned a total of €9.98 before fees on Ko-Fi, which equals to around €8 after fees. While it isn't that much, it felt really special that someone would pay me because they appreciate what I do, and it motivates me to continue. In November, I invested in a $1,000 microphone during Black Friday, and I hoped it would increase the audio quality, and looking back, it certainly did. Here's a little comparison between the old one and the new one. So let's start with downloading Proton Scatter by clicking Asset Library up here in the top middle and search for Scatter. And the old one wasn't even that old. I bought that like 1 year ago before that for $200, and then I sold it to my little brother for $100. So a negative 50% investment there, but yeah. Technically it's not lost money since it's more of an investment in the tutorials, but you could see it as a $1,100 loss technically. And the game project I worked on was a collaboration with 2 others, and it was a commercial release game to Steam. And to publish a game to Steam, you have to pay a $100 fee to create the page. And on top of that, the musician I worked with, he paid with his own money for voice acting for the game. I felt like I had to compensate him for that because he didn't have to do that. And we ended up agreeing on around $200 for all his work. And after that he disappeared, and I think he even blocked me after that. But I still enjoyed working with him, and the game wouldn't have been what it is without him. So I'm thankful for what he did to the game. So now for the game sales. And the game released around the end of November, and it ended up selling around $60 in the first month. And the reason for the low sales, I think that I learned from this project, I did no marketing, and that includes making no proper trailer for the game. And the only marketing I did was just sharing it in a few Discord servers that I liked. That was about it. And somehow the game got picked up a little bit by Steam a week before release, so it managed to get around 1,000 wishlists, but the conversion rate was really poor, so the game still hasn't met the Steam payment threshold to withdraw, which is $100. So technically, if we add up everything, it comes out to around minus $1,500. And looking back, it's not that bad actually, because it's more of an investment. So my reflections on the past year are that I should have done more marketing for the game. And looking back, the game isn't that marketable actually, so it would have been hard to market it, but I could have tried at least. And then for the capsule art, when I made it, I thought it was good, but looking back, I don't think it's that good. I probably should have featured maybe a goblin or a cannon in the capsule art. And then at the end I also changed the name from Forgefront to Forge, because I thought I was smart, because I had the idea that a shorter name is easier for people to search and find the game. But that was the opposite case, because Steam apparently filters the search results for games that sell the most. And if you try to search on Google for it, you will get pictures of frogs. Maybe an alternative could have been adding TD at the end of the name to tell players that it's a tower defense game. But I'm really happy with what I learned, and hopefully I can apply it to the next game. And I've learned so much from making this game that I feel ready to make games entirely solo, like a solo developer. So that's something I'm really happy about, because I learned so much programming and all other aspects. And even though I didn't make much progress, it's more than nothing. And even the small results I've had feel rewarding. And I'm actually gonna continue doing this, because I feel like with all the lessons I've learned, I have a bigger chance at making better stuff in the future and actually seeing some good results. And comparing to other hobbies like horses or cars, like this is nothing. And I think it's okay to spend money on things you enjoy. And I'm excited to keep going. I thought about not making this video since it's not exactly a flashy success story, and money is always a sensitive topic, but I think it can be inspiring one day to look back where it all started, and I think it's fun to document the progress. So thanks for watching, and special thanks to my members. For source code, custom videos or coaching, check out my Ko-Fi, and I'll see you in the next one.